What if I told you that Earth still keeps secrets we were never meant to find? Hidden realms scattered across the globe. Places so surreal, so unexplainable, they defy the rules of nature itself. Some burn with eternal fire, roaring in the middle of the desert. Others glow in the darkness like alien worlds beneath our feet. And a few are so bizarre, they seem to belong to another planet entirely. Most people live their entire lives without even knowing these wonders exist. They remain tucked away, far beyond the edges of normal travel guides. Silent, mysterious, and almost unbelievable to anyone who dares to look closer. Imagine a lake so toxic it turns crimson red, or a mountain striped with colors as if painted by the hands of another world. Imagine caves that sparkle like galaxies, or forests bent into impossible shapes no one can explain. These places don't just challenge our imagination, they change how we see our planet, revealing a hidden side of Earth most will never experience, yet one that has been here all along, waiting in plain sight. Today, we're stepping into those forgotten corners, into deserts that sing with the wind, valleys carved like alien sculptures, and icy worlds frozen in time. This is the hidden side of Earth, and these are the places you'll never believe exist. From above, it looks like a desert, an endless expanse of white sand stretching to the horizon. But this is no ordinary desert. This is Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil's hidden wonder, and it holds a secret unlike anywhere else on Earth. Between the rolling dunes, turquoise lagoons appear like shattered mirrors of the sky. After the heavy rains, thousands of these pools form, each one a different shade of blue or green, glowing against the pure white sand. It's a paradox of nature, a desert that is not a desert. While the dunes stretch for nearly 600 square miles, the rainwater that collects here creates one of the world's most surreal landscapes. Fish even appear in the lagoons, their origins still debated by scientists. From the ground, the view feels otherworldly. Climbing a dune, you're surrounded by silence until suddenly you look down, and there it is, a lagoon so clear it feels like glass, waiting like an oasis in the middle of the sand. Locals say these waters are alive, shifting and disappearing as the seasons change. What's here today may be gone tomorrow, swallowed back into the sand. To witness it is to step into a world that exists only for a fleeting moment. Lençóis Maranhenses is more than a hidden gem. It is Earth reshaping itself before our eyes, a place that looks like a mirage, but is undeniably real. Deep in western Poland, a small grove of pine trees hides one of the strangest mysteries on Earth. Here, Hundreds of trees bend sharply at their base, curving unnaturally. Each trunk makes the same eerie turn, all leaning north before shooting back skyward. It's as though some invisible force pressed them down, freezing their growth in an impossible shape. The forest, planted in the 1930s, has baffled scientists and visitors alike. Was it a natural anomaly, a strange weather event, or something deliberately engineered, long since forgotten? Some believe early farmers bent the trees for shipbuilding. Others whisper of ancient rituals, claiming the forest was touched by something supernatural. Yet no definitive explanation has ever been proven. Walking among them feels unsettling. Each tree looms like a frozen wave of wood, curving together in a silent rhythm, as though the entire forest was caught mid-motion in time. The Crooked Forest is not vast, but its mystery lingers, a reminder that not every wonder of Earth comes with answers. Sometimes, the unknown is what makes a place extraordinary. Hidden deep in Patagonia, on the remote waters of Lake General Carrera, lies one of Earth's most surreal wonders, the marble caves, carved by thousands of years of glacial water. The walls swirl in hypnotic patterns of blue, white, and gray, resembling brushstrokes painted by nature. As sunlight filters through the turquoise water, the caves shimmer like stained glass. Accessible only by boat, this labyrinth of caverns feels alive. The walls ripple with curves and arches, each chamber shaped by centuries of patient erosion, revealing nature's slow artistry. When the seasons shift, so do the colors. In summer, the water glows bright turquoise. In winter, it deepens to sapphire, transforming the caves into an entirely different world. Visitors describe the experience as stepping into a dream. Silence echoes against the marble walls, broken only by gentle waves, lapping, as if the caves themselves breathe with the lake. The marble caves remain untouched, hidden far from crowded tourist paths, a reminder that some of Earth's greatest wonders are not grand monuments, but quiet sanctuaries shaped by time itself. Off the coast of Western Australia lies Lake Hillier, a body of water unlike any other. From above, it glows bubblegum pink, bordered by deep green forest and sapphire ocean. The contrast is breathtaking. A perfect oval of radiant pink sits quietly on Middle Island, its color so vivid it looks more like spilled paint than a natural lake. Scientists believe microscopic algae and halophilic bacteria give the water its unusual hue. Yet even when bottled, the water remains pink, a permanent mystery of chemistry and biology. Unlike other colored lakes that change with conditions, Lake Hillier's pink never fades. Under blazing sun or stormy skies, it keeps its candy-colored glow, defying logic and expectations alike. Strangely, the lake is not toxic. While it looks alien, the water is perfectly safe. Though swimming here is restricted, its surface remains undisturbed, shimmering like a hidden jewel. Lake Hillier is rarely visited, seen mostly from the air. To witness it feels like glimpsing another planet, proof that Earth still holds colors and secrets beyond imagination. On the border between Argentina and Brazil lies a waterfall so vast it makes Niagara look like a gentle stream. Iguazu Falls is a thunderous orchestra of over 270 cascades. Stretching across nearly 2 miles, these falls crash with such power that the mist rises like smoke, visible from miles away. The surrounding rainforest vibrates with life and hidden echoes. The most haunting feature is the Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm where torrents of water plunge with unimaginable force. Standing here, you feel as though the earth itself is roaring. Legends say the falls were created by gods in anger, splitting rivers apart to separate forbidden lovers. The mythology lingers, adding a strange aura to this overwhelming spectacle. Tourists walk wooden platforms suspended above boiling waters, where rainbows shimmer through mist like fleeting illusions. Every step feels both dangerous and exhilarating, as if the river might swallow you. From above, Iguazu looks unreal, a natural masterpiece that defies comprehension. It is not just a waterfall, but a reminder of Earth's raw, untamed power still shaping our world. Step into Kyoto's Arashiyama bamboo forest, and the world transforms. Towering green stalks rise like cathedral pillars, swaying gently, creating an otherworldly corridor that feels almost alive with whispered secrets. The sound here is unlike anywhere else. A soft rustling as bamboo brushes against bamboo. It is nature's symphony, once chosen by Japan's Ministry of Environment as a soundscape to protect. Light filters through the stalks in shifting beams, painting the ground in patterns that change with every breeze. Walking deeper feels like entering a dream that doesn't quite belong to Earth. Legends say bamboo symbolizes strength and resilience. In Arashiyama, that symbolism feels tangible, as though these endless stalks guard an ancient passage connecting the human world with the spiritual one. Tourists who wander here often lower their voices, instinctively hushed by the forest's sacred atmosphere. The air is cool, scented faintly of earth and leaves, calmness in its purest form. Captured on camera, it looks like something built by hand, too perfect to be natural. Yet it stands untouched, a living reminder of Japan's ability to blend beauty with silence. Beneath Europe's largest glacier, Vatnajökull, lies a hidden world of ice caves. Translucent blue walls glow like frozen sapphire, forming tunnels so surreal they look carved from another planet. These caves are alive, shifting and reshaping every winter. What you see today will never exist again, a fleeting sculpture of nature created by melting water and ancient ice. Walking inside feels like stepping into crystal. Light refracts across smooth walls, bouncing in shades of turquoise and deep indigo, as though the glacier itself holds a secret ocean within. The silence is overwhelming, broken only by distant drips of melting ice. Each sound reminds you this wonder is fragile, slowly changing, collapsing, reborn with each new season. Tourists describe it as otherworldly, a frozen cathedral where time feels suspended. Every corridor stretches into the unknown, luring you deeper into a maze sculpted by forces older than memory. Vatnajökull's ice caves are a paradox, eternal in presence but temporary in form. To step inside is to witness Earth's most delicate artwork, shimmering, vanishing, yet endlessly reborn. Nestled in the Julian Alps, Lake Bled looks like a dream painted onto Earth. Its emerald waters cradle a tiny island crowned by a centuries-old church rising through the mist. A medieval castle clings to the cliffs above, watching silently over the lake. Reflections of stone walls and alpine peaks shimmer across the water, as if the world is doubled. Rowing across the lake feels surreal. The silence is broken only by the soft dip of oars, while swans glide effortlessly, their white feathers glowing against the mirrored surface. The island itself carries whispers of myth. Locals believe ringing the church bell brings good fortune, while lovers tie their hopes to its echo across the still, enchanted waters. At sunrise, Lake Bled glows in hues of gold and rose. At night, the castle lights flicker like a lantern, casting the lake into a storybook scene that feels unreal. More than just a destination, Lake Bled feels like a passageway, a place where reality bends toward fantasy, and where every glance lingers like a memory you can't escape. Far off the coast of Yemen lies Socotra Island, a place so strange, scientists often call it the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, where life exists like nowhere else. The most surreal sight is the dragon's blood tree. With its umbrella-shaped crown and red sap that oozes like lifeblood, it looks like something designed for a science fiction film. Nearly a third of Socotra's plant life exists nowhere else on Earth. Twisted frankincense trees, bottle-shaped desert roses, and alien landscapes make the island resemble a lost world untouched by time. Legends surround the dragon's blood tree, whose crimson resin was once believed to hold magical properties, used in rituals, medicine, and even as a dye in ancient civilizations. The coastline is just as mesmerizing. Turquoise waters crash against stark white dunes and limestone cliffs. Caves and hidden lagoons make it feel like the Earth's last untouched paradise. Socotra is both Earth and not Earth, a biological treasure chest sculpted by isolation. To stand here is to wonder, how can something so alien still be part of our world? In East Java rises Mount Bromo, a volcano that seems torn from myth. Its smoking crater, surrounded by the vast sea of sand, creates a landscape both haunting and unreal. At sunrise, the entire caldera glows in shades of gold and violet, with mist curling between peaks. From afar, Bromo looks less like Earth and more like another planet. The volcano is still active, its constant plume of smoke a reminder of its raw power. Standing on the rim, you feel the Earth breathing beneath your feet. Locals believe the mountain is sacred. Each year, the Tengri's people climb Bromo's slopes to offer fruit, rice, and livestock into the crater during the Yadnya Kasada festival. The contrast is surreal. Barren ash fields stretch endlessly, while beyond them, green mountains rise like guardians of another realm. Few places on Earth combine such extremes so seamlessly. Mount Bromo is more than a volcano. It is a living monument, fiery, sacred, untamed, a place where the boundary between Earth and the divine feels razor-thin. Hidden between glaciers and volcanoes, Thorsmørk Valley feels like a secret world carved by the gods. Its name means Thor's Forest, a realm said to be guarded by the thunder god himself. Jagged ridges rise sharply, cloaked in moss and birch forests. Black volcanic sands stretch below, split by silver rivers, twisting like veins across the valley floor. A land both fierce and delicate. When mist rolls in, Thorsmørk becomes otherworldly. Peaks disappear into clouds, while sudden beams of light reveal green slopes so vivid they seem painted, as if the land itself glows from within. Folklore whispers that hidden folk live here, shielded by rocks and shadows. Many Icelanders still believe elves walk these ridges, unseen yet ever present, guarding nature's most sacred sanctuaries. From its trails, you can glimpse ice-capped volcanoes like Vatnajökull, whose 2010 eruption shook the world. The valley is a reminder of Iceland's balance: fire above, life flourishing below. Thorsmörk is not just scenery, it is myth made real. A place where thunder gods, elves, and glaciers seem to coexist, leaving you to wonder where legends truly end. Stretching across more than 4,000 square miles, Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, a blinding white desert that looks less like Earth and more like infinity. When dry, the ground fractures into endless hexagonal tiles of salt. Walking here feels like stepping onto another planet, where geometry replaces nature and horizons vanish into nothingness. But when rain falls, Salar de Uyuni transforms into the world's largest mirror. A thin sheet of water reflects the sky so perfectly, it erases the line between heaven and earth. Standing here, you feel weightless. Clouds float beneath your feet. Stars shimmer both above and below. It is an illusion so perfect, it bends reality into a dream. The flats also hold history. Beneath the salt lies one of Earth's largest lithium reserves, the very element powering our future, hidden beneath a land that feels timeless and eternal. Salar de Uyuni is not just a wonder, but a paradox. Barren, yet alive, infinite, yet fragile. It is Earth's most beautiful illusion, reminding us how thin reality truly is. In central Turkey lies Cappadocia, a land sculpted by wind and fire. Towering fairy chimneys of volcanic rock rise like stone spires, turning valleys into a surreal, otherworldly playground. For centuries, people carved homes, chapels, and entire underground cities into these soft rocks. Hidden tunnels stretch for miles, once sheltering thousands from invasions, earthquakes, and the wrath of empires. At sunrise, Cappadocia becomes a dream. Hundreds of hot air balloons drift silently across the sky, their colors painting the dawn above valleys that look like a frozen ocean of stone. Legends say the landscape was touched by giants or shaped by gods. Standing among the spires, it's easy to believe. The terrain feels crafted with purpose, not chance. Every valley carries its own identity. Rose Valley glows pink at dusk, while Love Valley bristles with stone pillars that defy explanation. Each corner feels like stepping into a fantasy realm. Cappadocia is not just a destination. It is a fusion of nature and myth, where human history merges with alien landscapes, leaving visitors to wonder which part feels more unreal. Off Vietnam's northeastern coast, Ha Long Bay unfolds like a living painting. Nearly 2,000 limestone casts rise from emerald waters, cloaked in mist, forming one of the world's most surreal seascapes. Each island is unique. Some are jagged towers, others lush with jungle, while hidden caves open into glittering chambers carved by centuries of tides. It is a labyrinth shaped by time. At sunrise, the bay turns ethereal. Golden light spills over limestone cliffs, casting reflections so perfect the boundary between water and sky blurs, leaving the horizon shimmering like glass. Legends say dragons descended here, spitting jewels into the sea to form protective islands against invaders. Even today, the bay feels mythic, like a gift left behind by gods. Fishermen still live in floating villages, their homes anchored to calm lagoons. Life here drifts with the tides, a reminder of humanity's quiet coexistence with this dreamlike ocean world. Ha Long Bay is not simply a destination. It is a vision of Earth reimagined. To sail between its towering islands feels like wandering through a myth that never ends. From glowing caves of ice to deserts that mirror the sky, from volcanic temples to fairy tale lakes, these wonders remind us the Earth is far stranger than we imagine. They are not just destinations, but questions carved into stone, water, and time. Standing in these places, you cannot help but wonder, what other secrets does our planet still keep hidden? Perhaps the real mystery is not only where these landscapes exist, but why so few of us will ever see them. They are fragile, fleeting, and waiting in silence. And yet, even through a screen, they have the power to move us, to remind us that Earth itself can be more magical than any dream or fiction. If this journey stirred your imagination, join us as we continue uncovering the hidden side of our world. Subscribe, share, and let curiosity lead, because the adventure is only beginning.